Are you living your dream? None of us join Wall Street just to have a job. We figured that if we put our heads down and worked hard, that we would create the careers and lives of our dreams. But how many of us are living our dream? How many of us are on track to creating the careers and lives that we truly want? Not many. It seems even many at the top are rarely satisfied with what they've achieved. Take one of my clients, a senior leader at a top bank. He's working around the clock, traveling all the time, and he's stepping back and he's asking, is this success? Is this what I imagined it would be? And the same is true for those coming up the ranks, grinding it out every day. They're all asking the same questions. Is this working for me? Am I creating the career and life of my dreams? And we're the lucky ones. We're the so-called 1%. So if we don't feel like we're winning, then who the hell does? The truth is that putting your head down and working hard is not the answer. If you want to create the career that you truly want, you need a system that gets your career working hard for you. No professional athlete just puts their head down and grinds it out. They get clear on their goals. They get absolutely certain about what it takes to win, and they build themselves into the person who can do it. To create the career and life of your dreams, you want to do the same thing. You want to get clear on what you want, commit to your goals, and develop a consistent approach that you put to work every single day. It's about more than comp, right? This isn't about how do you get paid more or how do you get promoted faster, how do you create more options in your career. I mean, this is about how do you step back and create the boldest, most amazing career that you can imagine. How do you figure out what you truly love, build a plan to get it, and develop yourself into the person who can make it happen? Each of us has some ideal in mind for the career that we truly want. Some imagine powerfully driving their career all the way to the top. Others are happy with their level of success and they just want to find a better work-life balance. And then others want to take their career in a completely different direction. Now, the lucky ones have this all figured out. They're doing what they love and they're creating phenomenal success doing it. But many others are not so lucky. And if that's you, you really have three options. You can keep chugging along, frustrated, pessimistic, wondering, is this working out for you? Or you can take control of your career, get serious about what it takes to win and how you drive your career in the right direction. Or you can step back and get serious about what it takes to leave. So if you don't want to be there, how do you figure out what your other options are? And how do you develop a plan to leave? Now, no matter what you want a deliberate approach. So you want a way to be able to step back, really get clear on what matters to you, really get clear on what you want, and develop a plan to keep driving yourself there. And then every day you want to be living inside that feeling that you're on track to the career and life that you truly want. Yeah, that's right. We all want to do what we want, right? The problem is that nobody teaches you to do what you want. Growing up in school and with your parents, you do what they want, and then you graduate and suddenly you're expected to figure it all out for yourself. What do you want in your career? What do you want in your life? And the best advice that you get is to get a good job and put your head down and work hard. Well, how many people is that working out for? Right? How many people are grinding it out every day? How many people is that working out for? Truth is, you can't win by trying to outwork your competitors. Everyone is smart. Everyone is working hard. If you want to win, you have to train yourself to get better than everyone else. So step back, figure out what truly drives success, and build yourself into the person who can do it. Now here's the problem that I faced. Read a bunch of books on personal development and you'll see the same thing. In the thousands of books, you'll see millions of great ideas, but they all suffer the same fatal flaw. They're full of it. Words, 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 but little that you can actually do with them. So in my book, I get straight to what truly matters. How do you figure out what you want and how do you get it? And there's really two secrets to that. What I call the two secrets of doing what you want. The first is that you want to have definite purpose. That means you want to get so clear on what you want that you're committed to it and you have burning desire for what you want. You want to have definite purpose. And the second secret of doing what you want is that you want to build for yourself a process of continuous improvement. Think about a professional golfer. Every time they step up to the tee, they've got the same setup. They've got a consistent approach that they come back to over and over again. And you want to build the same thing for yourself. You want to reach beyond the millions of great ideas and build for yourself a process of continuous improvement that leads you to what you want. We all feel good when we're in control, and the system is all about putting you in control. And so when I stepped back and built it, I was looking for a fully integrated approach. Not just ideas that said you have to set goals and plan and take action and train your mind. I was looking for a fully integrated approach to do what you want. And it happens in 5 steps. Step 1, define it. That means define what you want. And here's the trick to define it. Rather than set floating goals, you want to define your goal as a process. So for instance, if your goal is to get paid, rather than set the goal to get paid, instead set your goal as putting to work your process that leads you to get paid. Now you're in control. Step 2 is getting it. And in getting it, you want to step back and ask yourself, what does it really take to win? What do you need to do in order to succeed in your career? So if it's getting paid, what really drives your compensation? Step 3 is build a plan. Take all these ideas and build a plan. Step 4, execute that plan. And now here's the trick. Steps 3 and 4 really happen together. They happen together as an integrated cycle. So you're constantly planning and executing at the same time. So rather than just setting your sights on this amazing plan 10 years out, instead, create that vision. Imagine what it is that you want. And then just keep executing on the step that's right in front of you. And then every time you keep taking a step, keep planning and executing in a cycle. So if you want to run your own firm, just keep focused on the step that's right in front of you that keeps you moving in the right direction. And then step 5 is perhaps the most important step, and that's getting skills. Now here's the key. It's not knowing what to do. It's, do you have the skills to do it? You might know all the ways that you need to be to get paid, but do you have the skills to do it? And this is about figuring out what skills do you need and how do you build them. And here's the trick. The real trick with skills is that they're about one thing. They're about impact, having more impact in everything you do. That's time management, shifting more of your time where you have more impact. It's communications, it's selling, it's training your mind. And so when you put all these pieces together, you feel good that you have a fully integrated approach to doing what you want. You feel good when you're focused on what you want, right? And the hardest part for most of us is that we just don't know what we want. And I know this problem very well because when this work began for me 15 years ago, I began with a document titled, "What Do I Want?" And I spent the bulk of the next 10 years trying to figure that out. Reading books, thinking obsessively, making moves in my career, desperately searching for what I wanted, believing that if only I could figure out what I wanted, then I could get it. And it was only obvious to me 10 years later, looking back on my own process, that actually I'd been working on it all along. And here's the great news. In fact, this is revolutionary news. It's what I call the dirty secret of doing what you want. You don't need to know what you want in order to get it. Right? The dirty secret is you don't need to know what you want. Instead, you merely need a process that keeps you moving in the right direction. So for me, even though I didn't know what I wanted, I kept taking steps every day, researching, thinking about it, developing a plan, every day taking steps and answering the question along the way. And that led me to develop a two-step approach for setting goals. Step one, you want to build a vision. And you want that vision to just be this big picture of where you want to be headed. So what is that for you? Where do you imagine yourself 5, maybe 10 years from now? Where are you? What are you doing? What is your career and life like? And in this step, you just want to get a sense for that vision. And then step 2 is focus on the step that's right in front of you. So you have this vision, but all that matters is that no matter where you're headed, the only way you're getting there is by that step that's right in front of you right now. So get laser focused on driving that step towards what you want.